Good afternoon, Jen. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And Jen, you can hear me and see my notes up top?
Yep.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with lesson 37-7. So let me give you some words that come out, okay? You've got some time, 2 words. You have tirelessly. You have several. You have handsome, as in somebody being handsome, gruesome. Easterners. You have dreadful, conditions, sociological, suspiciously, reputation. You have schedule, patience, arthritis, appendicitis, tonsillitis, affection, poverty, helpless, stricken, sorrowful, population, memorial, monument, ceaseless, selfless. So you tell me, Jen, if you have any questions on any of those?
Sociological?
Logical. No. Socio. So you have to add the, no? Let me look. Sociological. Sometimes I have to see how the word is. There you go. It's Y-O. You know, I keep thinking sometimes for those prefixes, it's just Y-O and not longo. But if it's a word, it's the longo. So if that helps. Okay. Anything else, Jen?
Nope. That was
okay. And so this is going to be on page 274, 37-7, 60 words a minute. It's a little tough. Don't forget arthritis is thrites. You can write it in one stroke, okay? Appendicitis, appendicitis. You have tonsillitis, tonsillitis. Okay? Shorten them up like that. And this is going to be at 60 words a minute. Some time ago, a restless young man went west. He had worked tirelessly to save money for the trip. His goal was to help the less fortunate people in some of the new towns growing up there. He had spent several hard years working his way through medical school. Some days he would sleep less than 3 hours. His schedule was gruesome. When he first arrived in the West, this handsome young man was treated suspiciously. There was a general dislike for Easterners. Soon he came to win some friends because of his sociological efforts to correct the dreadful conditions he found. His reputation for helpfulness and fairness spread quickly. Soon he was treating 50 patients or more a day. Whether one was suffering from arthritis, appendicitis, tonsillitis, a broken bone, or a simple scratch, he always had some time for those who needed him. He had a special affection for the helpless and poverty-stricken. Much of his work was done for them free of charge. Whenever one came for help, he was ready. When he died a few years ago, the grateful but sorrowful population erected a memorial to him. It was the kind of memorial he would have liked, a clinic. It is truly a fitting monument to his ceaseless and selfless work. And let me see, you have affection. You can write AFX with an asterisk, okay, for affection. Jen, any questions on any of the words?
No.
No? And there was something else I wanted to give you. Schedule. Okay, 2 strokes. This will be at 70 words a minute. Don't forget helpfulness. You're going to write help and then FLNS. Okay, for helpfulness, just 2 strokes. Several, SEVRL, 1 stroke. And there was medical school is MOOL, MAOL for medical school. And fortunate is F final RNT, the brief. F final RNT. Conditions, you can write KNS. And this is at 70 words a minute. Some time ago, a restless young man went west. He had worked tirelessly to save the money for the trip. His goal was to help less fortunate people in some of the new towns growing up there. He had several hard years working his way through medical school. Some days he would sleep less than 3 hours. His schedule was gruesome. When he first arrived in the West, this handsome young man was treated suspiciously. There was a general dislike for Easterners. Soon he came to win some friends because of his sociological efforts to correct the dreadful conditions he found. His reputation for helpfulness and fairness spread quickly. Soon he was treating 50 patients or more a day. Whether one was suffering from arthritis, appendicitis, tonsillitis, a broken bone, or a simple scratch, he always had some time for those who needed him. He had a special affection for the helpless and poverty-stricken. Much of his work was done for them free of charge. Whenever one came for help, he was ready. When he died a few years ago, the grateful but sorrowful population erected a memorial to him. It was the kind of memorial he would have liked a clinic. It is truly a fitting monument to his ceaseless and selfless work. Anything there, Jen?
Memorial?
I can do mem or yell. Like that. Memorial.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
No? And there was one that I wanted to give you. So reputation is just repetition, rep, and then tation. Okay, and then you have whenever No. Yes, whenever. Okay. And then you have poverty. Can you do in one stroke? No. Poverty. Yes, like that. Okay. And then you have the, oh, effort. Effort is just EFRT. Got to come back final S. Okay. This will be at 80 words a minute. Is this hard, Jen, to take down or not too bad?
It's a little hard.
Okay. This is at 80. Some time ago, a restless man went west. He worked tirelessly to save the money for the trip. His goal was to help less fortunate people in some of the new towns growing up there. He had spent hard years working his way through medical school. Some days he would sleep less than 3 hours. His schedule was gruesome. When he first arrived in the West, this handsome young man was treated suspiciously. There was a general dislike for Easterners. Soon he came to win some friends because of his sociological efforts to correct the dreadful conditions he found. His reputation for helpfulness and fairness spread quickly. Soon he was treating 50 patients or more a day. Whether one was suffering from arthritis, appendicitis, tonsillitis, a broken bone, or a simple scratch, he always had some time for those who needed him. He had a special affection for the helpless and poverty-stricken. Much of his work was done for them free of charge. Whenever one came for help, he was ready. When he died a few years ago, the grateful but sorrowful population erected a memorial to him. It was the kind of memorial he would have liked, a clinic. It is truly a fitting monument to his ceaseless and selfless work. And don't forget, years ago is written like that. Y long ERGS. Anything, Jen?
No.
Okay, and this will be for read back at 70 and 80, okay? So mark your notes. Here we go, starting at 70. Some time ago, a restless young man went west. He had worked tirelessly to save the money for the trip. His goal was to help less fortunate people in some of the new towns growing up there. He had spent several hard years working his way through medical school. Some days he would sleep less than 3 hours. His schedule was gruesome. When he first arrived in the West, this handsome young man was treated suspiciously. There was a general dislike for Easterners. Soon he came to win some friends because of his sociological efforts to correct the dreadful conditions he found. His reputation for helpfulness and fairness spread quickly. Soon he was treating 50 patients or more a day. And I started at 70, Jen.
Okay. Okay, some time ago, a restless young man went west. He had worked tirelessly to save the money for the trip. His goal was to help less fortunate people. Some of the new towns growing up there, he had spent several hard years working his way through medical school. So some days he would sleep less than 3 hours. His schedule was gruesome.
Good. This is where it's 80.
Okay. When he first arrived in the West, this handsome young man was treated suspiciously. There was a general dislike for Easterners. Soon he came to win some friends because of his sociological efforts to correct the dreadful conditions he found. His reputation for helping.
For anything after helping?
Oh, I think I dropped one of the words.
Okay, for helpfulness.
And then I dropped that word.
Fairness.
Okay, fairness spread quickly. Soon he was treating 50 patients or more a day.
Good, very good, Jen. Good, that's tough. And so now what I'll do is go to some words from 38. Remember your prefixes. Make sure you go over them. They're very helpful. And so this is going to be 38-1 and words from there. Ask me if you don't know how to stroke them, okay, Jen?
Okay.
If you forgot how to write them. Asthma, dialogue, disability, aftermath, antibiotic, begin, exam, bicycle, co-counsel, co-ed, coma, expense, discussion, dialogue, exhibit, foresight, decide, benign, bypass, biography, afterward, dialogue, endanger, extrasensory, hydrophobia, encourage, audiovisual, digress, hypodermic, enclose, electrocute, anticlimactic, antebellum, dialect, begin, counterculture, define, hypothesis, hydrophobia, extravagant, extracurricular, divorce, diabetic, egotistical, assertive, audiophile, antibiotic, biopsy, counterfeit, hyperactive, forget, extrasensory, discussion, divorce, antechamber, bilingual, biodegradable, hypertension, hypodermic, diversion, biodegradable, inadmissible, hydrochloric, ex-husband, diagram, assist, enact, disappear, egocentric, biography, formal, hypodermic, bystander, antitrust, expense, bimonthly, dialect, automobile, codeine, coma, hypothetical, enclose, beware, digress, electrocute, disappear, dialogue, forget, foreseen, afternoon, astronaut, ex-wife, bilateral, extrajudicial, discussion, audio visual, extracurricular, counterpart, inactive, diversion, electrocution, hydroelectric, hypercritical, antiseptic, afterword, bystander, decide, enact, disclose. Any questions on anything there, Jen?
No.
No? Okay. And so let's not forget, you have some of these briefs. Afternoon is AFRN, afternoon one stroke. Asthma is just asthma. Automobile, AUBL. Begin is GIN. You've got forget, FORGT. Forget is the E. You have divorce, make sure you know divorce. You have diabetic. You have husband, HUZ. Okay, inadmissible, admissible, IN, and then admissible is ABL. No, mibble, sorry, IN, mibble. Okay, mibble is admissible. Okay, and so these next ones will be for readback. No questions, Jen?
No.
Okay. Find a focal point, and here we go. Antecedent, antibiotic, anticlimactic, assertive, assist, astronaut, audio tape, autograph, automatic, begin, beware, bicycle, bilingual, bypass, biodegradable, biopsy, codeine, coma, counterfeit, decide, digest, diversion, divorce, diabetic, dialogue, disability, discussion, egotistical, electrocute, electronic, encourage, exact, exhibit, exclude, expense, extravagant, forgave, forgot, foreseen, hydrochloric, hydrogen, hyperactive, hypertension, hypodermic, inactive, inadmissible. Okay, and whenever you're ready, Jen, I'm ready.
Okay. Anti or antecedent, antibiotic, in or ex.
What is it that you have?
Okay, I have antibiotic and then anticlimactic,
Uh-huh.
assertive, assist, astronaut, audio tape, audiograph or autograph,
Autograph.
automatic, begin, beware, bicycle,
And how did you stroke bicycle?
BOIK.
Perfect. Boik. Uh-huh.
Bilingual, bypass, biodegradable,
Good.
coding,
Biopsy, and then codeine.
okay, coma,
Mm-hmm.
counterfeit, decide, digest,
Mm-hmm.
diverge, or diversion.
Diversion.
Okay, I have, divorce,
Divorce.
diabetic,
Diabetic.
dialogue,
Dialogue.
disability,
Mm-hmm. Did you write that the short way?
disability,
Like that? Short
I have DIS, and then come back BLT. Is that the short way?
One stroke, you can write D long A, BLT.
Oh, okay.
Because disable is dable. Put the T for disability.
Oh, okay.
Good, Jen. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. Discussion, egotistical, electrocute,
Good.
electronic, encourage, exact, exhibit, exclude, expense, extravagant, forgave, forget, foreseen.
Okay, forgot. After forgave, forgot.
Okay. Hydrochloric, hydrogen. Hyper. I don't know. I have H long I asterisk P AJ I.
Okay. Hyperactive, so hype with an asterisk, and then active.
Okay. Hypertension, hydrodermic,
hypertension, hypodermic.
okay. Inactive, inadmissible.
Good, very good, Jen. That was a little tough because I wasn't going slow, so very good. Okay, and so let me go on to something a little bit different. So these are going to be, and I know they're not on Blackboard yet, but they will be today. These are your P and Qs, the briefs for Ps and Qs. Okay? So let me give you words. All of these briefs are, and they're on page 28, Jen. I don't know if you have them.
Yeah, I do.
So you've got quantity. Quantity is Q-A-U-N-T. Quantity. You've got, or you can write Q-A-N-T. Both ways, okay? Quant, and these are good briefs. Quant or quant without the U. I think I have to see the U in there because it's spelled with the U, A-U in English, so I think that helps out. You've got quality is the L. So you can write Q-A-U-L-T. That's how I like it because it has an A and a U, or Q-A-L-T. I think I have to see the A-U in there. So just think quality has an L at the end, so it's L-T. Quantity has the N, so it's N-T. And then you've got progress. I like progress, just P-R-O-G for progress. And then perfect, you might remember this one, P-E-F-R-T. And then personal, P-E-R-N-L. And then you have patience, P-long-A-R-B-S, patience, P-long-A-R-B-S. You have participant. I like participant. It's P-A-R-P-T, participant, P-A-R-P-T. So participate is just P-A-R-P. Okay. You have promise. It looks like it, P-R-O-M-S, promise, P-R-O-M-S. You have present. I think you already know that, P-R-E-N-T, present. You have purpose, P-U-R-P, P-U-R-P, purpose. Prevent, P-R-E-V-N-T. You've got to put that asterisk in for the V. And then you've got, of course, court reporter comes out. That's just K-R long O-R, like that, court reporter. Position, P-O-G-S, position. Properly, so proper is pro and then L-I. No, I think proper is like that. No. So you have to stroke out properly. Or could you do proper, pro, come back, ly? You could. It doesn't, it's green, so you could use that. And then you have quiet. So quite is like that, Q long I-T. Put the asterisk in and it becomes quiet. If you don't like that, you could actually write quiet. Whichever, because you have to remember to put in the asterisk or it's going to be either quiet or quite. So you might want to stroke it out, whichever you like best. Profession, P-R-O-F-G-S. Profession. Program is PRAM. So some of these you might already know, program PRAM. And then you have perhaps, praps. P-R-A-P-S, praps for perhaps. Probably, so probable is like that, probable, add the E for probably. Prefer, P-R-E-F-R, that's pretty easy. And then you've got possibility, P-O-B-L-T. Possibility, P-O-B-L-T. And then you have questions. Remember, you can write question in one stroke. add the ending with it. Okay, so add it in one stroke. You can add the S. Going on, I like this next one, point of view. I just picked the easiest, POIF. Think of the point as the POI for the point, view is the F. Or could you write the asterisk? Yes, they both come out. Qualification is QFGS. If it's plural, come back with the S. Produce, PR long US. Product, PRUKT. Product, PRUKT. Any questions, Jen?
No.
Okay. You have production. So product is PRUCT, production is PRUX with an asterisk. Project, PROJT. Transcript is tripped. Don't forget that. That's just in there, so it's going to come out. You've got preponderance by itself. Do you know how to write that, Jen?
PP?
PP. And then you've got preponderance of the evidence, PPD. So preponderance, PP, PPD. I like this one. Personal injury is PIJ. Think of the P for personal injury as the IJ. Plaintiff's attorney, do you know that, Jen?
I don't. PLOERN.
Plaintiff's attorney is PL-ORN. So attorney is torn, plaintiff's attorney is porn. The PL for the plaintiff, and then ORN for attorney. Physician, FGS. Think of the F for fit and then shun, physician. I didn't know this one. Plastic surgery is PLRJ. Let's see if it comes out. PLLRJ. Think of the PL for plastic and then surgery is RJ. Because surgery is actually written SRJ for surgery. So just PL for plastic, surgery, RJ. Proximate cause is PRAUZ. PRAUZ for proximate cause. Pain and suffering is puffering. P for the pain, suffering, UFRG, and then just note to add and, pain and suffering. Physical examination, I like this. F for physical, X for examination. And it didn't come out. So that one might not come out. Oh, well, I stroked it wrong, sorry. FX, physical examination. I think criminal court is court. No? No. If you like it, you can pick it up because that's not anything, criminal court. That doesn't come out. If it's green, you can switch it to that if you like that stroke. You've got presumption of guilt. PRULT, presumption of guilt, PRULT. I like presumption of innocence is PRUNS, PRUNS, presumption of innocence. Plea bargain, I like that. It's PL for plea, ARG for bargain. Plea bargain, you're going to hear that a lot in court. Plea of guilty is PLOFGT, plea of guilty, PLOFGT. And then the plea of not guilty, PLOFNGT. Plea of not guilty. Perjury, P final RJ, perjury. Possession of a weapon, POFP, possession of a weapon. Think possession, P, of OF, A weapon, P. Prosecution, you know that, PRGS. And then you have punishment, PUMT, punishment. Question of law, QEFL. Question is in there, of is FL law. And then you have question of facts. Question is QE of F fact, or you can think question of and then fact FT. Peril evidence. And you're actually I don't know if you're going to hear it that much, maybe so, is PR longo FD. That means oral evidence. And then you've got prosecutor is PRRT. Probation officer, you'll hear that, PR, and then officer is AUFR. So officer is AUFR, you know that, officer, AUFR, PR, AUFR. And then here's one I didn't know. POFRM is possession of marijuana. Possession of marijuana. So think of POMF for possession of, and then RM for marijuana. That's a good one. I didn't know that one. So I'm going to just dictate these and I'll write them on my machine. And then here we go. Any questions, Jen, on any of those?
No.
Okay. I'll write them on my machine, but you all write them. And I know they're hard to remember. Just make sure that you have flashcards. Okay. Here we go. Quantity. Quality. Progress. Perfect. Patience. Personal. Participants. Promise. Progress. Present. Purpose. Court reporter. Prevent. Position. Properly. Quiet. Profession. Program. Participate. Perhaps. Professional. Probably. Prefer. Possibility. Questions. Point of view. Qualifications. Produce. Product. Project. Production. Transcript. Preponderance. Preponderance of the evidence. Personal injury. Plaintiff's attorney. Physician. Plastic surgery. Proximate cause. Pain and suffering. Physical examination. Presumption of guilt. Presumption of innocence. Plea bargain. Plea of not guilty. Plea of guilty. Perjury. Possession of a weapon. Prosecution. Punishment. Question of law. Question of fact. Parole evidence. Peril evidence. Prosecutor. Probation officer. Possession of marijuana. Oops. Okay, possession of marijuana. And now I'll give them to you and without the stroking them, okay? Any questions on any of those, Jen?
No.
Okay. Quantity. Quality. Progress. Perfect. Patience. Personal. Participants. Promise. Progress. Presence. Purpose. Court reporter. Prevent. position, properly, quiet, profession, program, participate, perhaps, professional, probably, prefer, possibility, questions, point of view, qualifications, produce, product, project, production, preponderance, preponderance of the evidence, personal injury, plaintiff's attorney, physician, plastic surgery, proximate cause, pain and suffering, physical examination, presumption of guilt, presumption of innocence, plea bargain, plea of guilty, plea of not guilty, perjury, possession of a weapon, prosecution, punishment, question of law, question of facts, parole evidence, prosecutor, probation officer, possession of marijuana. Any questions, Jen, on anything there? No? Okay. And so let me see if I could use them in a little bit of sentences, okay? We have a little bit of time. Speed building is written, no, maybe not. I'm thinking of S for speed building. No. Okay. That comes out. Constantly, responsibility. And this will incorporate some of your briefs, okay? Not at any speed. It is not the quantity of time that you spend speed building that counts, but the quality of your writing that brings speed progress. You must constantly work to perfect your writing. It takes patience and personal responsibility. You must be an active participant in your own success. Promise yourself that you will practice daily, set progress goals, be present every day. Your purpose for being in school is to become a court reporter. Practice acting like a court reporter from the first day. Prevent tardiness. A court reporter is always on time. Position yourself properly at the machine. Find a quiet place to practice. Learn all you can about your profession. Program yourself to use time well. It is very important to participate in your state and national associations. Perhaps you can find a professional reporter to be your mentor. You can probably find a mentor on the NCRA website, ncraonline.org. If you prefer, there is a possibility that you could call a local reporter. They can answer your questions from their point of view. The qualifications to become a reporter and produce a good product are high. Make it your main project to learn fast production of a transcript on your CAT software. If you want to become a freelance reporter, you need to learn brief forms such as preponderance and preponderance of the evidence, personal injury, plaintiff's attorney, physician, plastic surgery, proximate cause, pain and suffering, and physical examination. But if you want to be an official reporter in a criminal court, you will need to learn brief forms such as presumption of guilt, presumption of innocence, plea bargain, plea of guilty, plea of not guilty, perjury, possession of a weapon, prosecution, punishment, question of law, question of fact, parole evidence, prosecutor, probation officer, and possession of marijuana. How was that, Jen?
A little hard.
I know. So do you have any questions on any of those briefs? Or any of the words like association? Is that S longo RBGS. Associate is SOT. So association has the shun. So you write S longo RBGS. And just keep going over these. It's just, you know, you have to just memorize them first and then practice and then be able to read them back. Anything, Jen, that came out that you want to ask me about?
Well, when you say like .org,
Uh-huh.
what's the best way to write that?
Well, there's a way you can do it, but I think it's just dot and then org. Oh, that's organized. Just org, maybe longo. Org, I would write O-long-O-R-G. And then just identify that since it's green for org, because organized is O-R-G.
Okay.
Okay? Since that's a new term, when this is a new, fairly new book, but when the theory was written, we didn't have .orgs, but I know there's a way that you can incorporate them. And then if you want, F-U-P-T, if you want. Anything else, Jen, that you had a question on?
No.
Okay. And so you all have a great day. Keep practicing. And what I'm going to eventually do, you all, is for your labs, I'm just going to incorporate the next class speed building. And so you'll have the speed building tests. If you pass anything, you can get them graded and see how you did, okay? So it'll be just like a normal intermediate class. I'll start doing that soon. Okay? I just want you to finish the book. Okay? But even I'll see, you know, how y'all do on that test that you get this week and the jury charge and see how you all are doing, okay? Great job, Jen.
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day. Uh-huh.
You too.